Was Jesus a vegetarian? This is a very important question to ask, and if we're truly to understand the story of Christ, we have to understand the influences which surrounded him during his life, which in his case were from many different sects. He was born a Judaic prince in the Jerusalem area, and he was affected by the Romans, and he was also affected by the Brahmin priests of India, the Buddhists in northern India, and he would have been affected by the Therapeutae, who were a group of Essenes who lived in an area northern Egypt in the mountains in a place called Scetis, and this was where Mother Mary fled to with a young Christ. And there he would have been influenced by their ways. Let me be clear, these were not what we know as Essenes. These were a very specific branch of the Essenes known as the Therapeutae. Now the Therapeutae, their speciality, what differentiates them from the regular Essenes of that time period and place, is that they revered women, they respected women, they honored women, and they allowed women to teach and heal, and they allowed them to lead. Now, this was not something that the Essene Brotherhood did, and still to this day does not. So we can see the influences of the Essene Brotherhood, of the Therapeutae in Jesus's life and his entire family, for they were known to be vegetarian. They did not eat fish, despite popular misbelief. They did not eat any kind of meat product, anything with blood flowing in the veins, they refused to eat. Understanding the laws of karma and understanding that all of life is created sacred, the messianic lineage would have therefore followed this basic rule of not creating suffering unto any other living being, and trying to slow down one's karmic wheel by not partaking in the slaughter of any kind of innocent animal. So the Jesus family, it was written even into the Bible that when Mother Mary was invited to go with her son John, Jesus's younger brother, to someone's house for lunch, that they were told not to prepare any meat. So we can definitely see that the influences of the Therapeutae were there in the messianic story. And Jesus spoke on many occasions about the importance of living purely and keeping the flesh pure. So this would definitely include not taking any dead creature into one's body. Now, of course, we're all free to have our own opinions on this. These are the opinions of the saints, and I follow those saints' teachings, and being a vegetarian is an important place to begin with our human sacrifices, our willingness to let go of our own need for certain pleasure for the sake of God's living creatures, and understanding that when we create suffering for others, we ourselves will suffer at some point in the future. Karma is exact. It is an eye for an eye. Therefore, we must be very careful what we put into our bodies, both into our mouths, and what comes out of our mouths is also equally important. And Jesus also spoke on this important thing, that even if we were to eat something of sin, like meat, anything with blood, then we may be unclean inside, yet speak cleanly and purely. So there is some points of contention for those who really want to continue eating meat, but they should just understand that in the future they will have to repay the karmic debt of taking another living being's life, and there's no escaping that, unfortunately. So that's on your head, and that's your decision to make. I'm just merely stating the facts of Jesus's life and the family of Jesus's, and how they all lived and prayed and advanced their souls towards the kingdom.